What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. Mental health in boxing. Very, very controversial subject because most of what you hear about mental health in boxing is negative. You're going to hear most people talking about how boxing is the leading cause of CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Say that 3 times fast. A lot of football players get that. It's there's a host of mental disorders that follow along with that, and it can happen years after you even stopped. And that's probably one of the biggest ones lately. And you have dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's syndrome. There's a lot of things that are associated with or similar like mental disorders that come as a result of repeated blows to the head. And it's no secret, everybody knows that boxing is dangerous. I've never had a doctor, from all the injuries I've received in boxing, when I've gone to get treated, the doctor always basically would tell me I'm stupid for voluntarily putting myself in harm's way. And people would always say, to be honest, every coach I ever had, and even just people that are casually observing the sport, they'll pretty much tell you that to do boxing competitively, you gotta have something off about you. And I will say that boxing does attract a lot of people that already have mental health disorders. On the flip side, I've seen tons of super intelligent people that love boxing too. But the truth of the matter is, if you receive a certain amount of damage, it will, permanently affect you. So you got to know, if you're going to compete in boxing, you got to know when to get in and when to get out. But that's not really the main thing I want to talk about today. I want to actually go into what you don't hear about, which are the mental health benefits. There's a lot of them. So I'm just going to go over the top 3, my top 3. So again, that's the thing, man. A lot of people just worry. Your parents would always come to me, when I'm coaching their kids, what's gonna happen to my kid? And again, if you're just doing it for the workout part of it, fitness boxing, for your mental health, it's probably the best thing there is. Running is cool, lifting weights is cool, stuff like that. But something about boxing, it's just a lot more personal. And I think it just has a lot more health benefits than any of those other activities. So we'll start with number 1, beating addiction. Boxing releases endorphins, or creates more endorphins in your brain. And those neurotransmitters that get set off, and you get this like runner's high. You feel high, basically. You feel really good. Anybody who's gotten a runner's high before, in my opinion, just maybe because I love it, you could times that by 10 when you're in the boxing gym. Because it's not rhythmic, it's in a broken rhythm, so you get to be a little more creative. Running is great, it's cool, and it's a necessary part of boxing, but having the ability to kind of like freestyle and do different things and switch things up, and having an arsenal of different weapons and defensive maneuvers that you can implement into the workout, all the while being completely locked into your subconscious mind, is, like I said, that's a feeling that you can't even explain. Once you get to the upper echelon of, your skill set gets established, you got the fundamentals locked in, and you know how to really get busy on the bag and just go in the flow state, there's nothing like it. And I highly recommend anybody that gets into boxing, make sure you stick with it long enough to get that, muscle memory with all the different fundamentals, so that this way you can, just freestyle and go into that flow state with your subconscious mind just on 100%. So yeah, that's it's great for beating substance abuse and stuff like that, definitely. And I think some of the best fighters, came to boxing as a way to get away from substance abuse. And you lose some, you win some. But I think all in all, there's a lot more people had their life saved from boxing than the reverse. Another one is managing anger. Again, running is cool. Working out, lifting weights, that feels good, no doubt. But something about physically attacking something that can't press charges on you, when you're mad, it's a great feeling. That's what it is. Some people, and I think boxing is great for those, especially for people that have, potentially violent, thoughts or, whatever. People that just think they're, reach the edge of their patience with a situation and they might explode and do some damage that could get them legally in trouble. I think boxing is probably one of the best alternatives to that. If you're talking about just out of frustration, not in a self-defense situation, that's completely different. You gotta do what you gotta do. But when it comes to just dealing with stress and, you know, having built up anger, sometimes running ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna be enough. Sometimes you gotta really hit something and get it out of your system. And the best part about the boxing gym is you can hit as many different things as many different times as you want until you got it all out of your system and you're just exhausted. And you just beat it all out of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you basically just release it, all your stress, and leave it all in the gym, leave it all in the ring, leave it all in the bags, whatever. And you walk out of that gym feeling like a new person, period. The last one I'm gonna say is, it's kind of connected to the second one. Just improve self-confidence and just your PMA, your positive mental attitude gets elevated and your vibration gets elevated as an individual. I've never in my life, personally, I've trained thousands of days in my life in the boxing gym and trained other people thousands and thousands of days. And I've never, in all my years in this sport, heard someone say, yo, I feel like total shit, man. I just came from the boxing gym. That was horrible. I mean, unless you were sparring and you got beat up, that's different. But just for the workout aspect of it, I've never seen someone leave off better than when they came in. I mean, worse than when they came in, excuse me. You're not gonna see that. No one's gonna go and put themselves through all that hell, push their body and their mind and their spirit to the limit, and then regret it. You'll never regret that. So that's just what I wanted to go over. Like I said, boxing always had a bad rap as far as what you hear is, in regards to mental health. Boxing is definitely, as far as the training aspect of it, is the best way to elevate yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I can tell you from my personal experience that it's definitely probably kept me out of trouble multiple times and just been a healthy, safe alternative to a lot of other options out there. So I hope you found this informative. If you did, like, subscribe, comment below. Tell me about your personal experiences, if boxing has helped you at all in your life. And don't forget to check out my Instagram, coach.v_DM me. I got the one-on-one training coming soon. And then we got the internet-based training. The online package is going to be available soon. You're going to love that. Till the next time we up out here. Out.